This right here is Ted Theodore Russell, and it's our RollBack. And last time we drove it, it broke down and left us stranded and puked oil in a parking lot, and it was a bad time. So today we're gonna try to fix it. All right, we just got 2 new lines made.
And robbed, because at least Jesse James used a gun when he robbed people.
Oh, come on. Let's go fix Ted Theodore. Oh.
Don't watch me fumble. I'll be a cool guy on the internet. Now I gotta figure out how this other line goes on front of there. I can't remember because it's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna put these nifty gloves on that JC's got here that's gonna be hot.
There you go. Protect yourself from the oils and chemicals.
Well, I'm not really worried about that. I have many boo-boos on my hands and they hurt.
Adam has a boo-boo.
I have a lot of them. I have a lot of boo-boos.
So this is the last hose to get on right here. Adam's gonna figure out how it needs to be routed up. We're gonna stick it on, crank this thing up, see how she does.
I think it's gotta go like,
that's what I thought you said. Go behind here, but that's gonna be hard.
You got a flat head. I can take this off real quick, Will.
Yeah, I'll go grab one.
It's my first time wearing gloves. I feel like a loser.
You are a loser.
Yeah. Now we can fish this one in here.
Alright, after a little bit of a struggle, like normal, Adam's got the hoses back on there. He's putting it back together. He's going to click some stuff together. And then what's the plan?
Crank it up.
Check for leaks.
Yeah, crank it up. Horses are upside down. Alright, it's probably going to take a while to crank because the high pressure oil line's just replaced. So let's
Adam's got to crank it up.
Give her a rest. Make sure we're getting oil pressure on the gauge in there. Give her a rest.
A little low. It's low on oil, so we're going to use some handy dandy
What's here?
1030.
Yeah, we'll get an oil change in it when we know it's not going to leak all the oil out. I hate this truck. It's blowing white smoke, which it never did before. Get off the wire. Get on that. You hunk of junk.
All right. After going to a couple parts stores, we got a starter relay, we got an oil filter, and we got oil to do an oil change. And we have people pulling out in front of us. But we are going to change out all these parts, and it should crank.
Alright, we're back at it. Let the batteries charge up. We decided to go ahead and change the oil. It's thin and low. And we don't know when the last time it's been changed because I didn't do it. So we got said bucket of Earl, a oil filter. Through our excessive cranking, trying to figure out the IDM and oil leak issue, we burn our starter solenoid up. So no more pliers. Start it. I'm gonna put this on there, change the oil, and hopefully it runs. If not, a heavy insurance on it. Might be in a field fire. I don't know. But let's get this swapped out and see what happens. Alright. For the people that don't know, what do you say, the 13s? The starter solenoid, relay. You have the wire that goes, you have all your switched power sources, you have your starter lead that goes down to the starter, then you have a trigger signal inside the truck. And when it goes click, it goes and sends power down to wherever you got it to. Blow plug relay or blow plug solenoid works the same, all that good jazz. But we're just worried about it doing what we need to do right meow. And right meow is turning the starter over inside the truck. I know I have a Michael Jackson glove on, but don't judge me for that. Get that all snugly and tight. Alright, so that fire has been put out, but a slightly less fire. So now we have to go get a bucket and a wrench and drain the oil. Look at that. Did you ever see a cleaner cut in your life? Probably.
So Adam has modified a bucket to fit up under the truck so we can drain the oil.
Yep. Oh, I'm stronger than Megilla Gorilla. Alright. I think I can safely put the bucket under there, because I'm going to Shazam with magic and drop it all the way in the bottom of this bowl. I can feel it. It's pretty watery. Alright, we didn't make the Exxon Valdez, so we're good. Alright, let's see how tight. Pretty darn. You got a big pair of channel locks or a oil filter wrench? I need a screwdriver and a hammer, and we'll pop a hole in the bottom of it, let it drain, and then I'll have to drive a screwdriver through it.
What else you need, MacGyver?
That's probably about it. That's a tough oil filter. Did I mention I hate this truck?
No.
I do. I hate this truck. It's the biggest hunk of dookie. Be better off as a septic tank truck. All right. JC might want to slide up on here and put the filter on because my hands are oily.
I don't know, boss.
These gloves are very oily.
Yeah, they are.
Might have to just shed the gloves.
Think so.
Yeah, hand me the filter. Alright.
Go ahead, tell us we should pre-fill it.
We're not doing that.
We don't have time.
We're not doing that. Oh, we got time. I'm not doing that.
No, that means we don't have time. If we can't do it, it means we just don't have time.
That's why it's got an oil pump on it.
Yeah, new one goes on. So now all we got to do is figure out how to get this big bucket into this here trunk.
I think there was a gentle slope I could just roll out from under the truck.
Oh, there's a grizzly bear under the truck.
Yeah,
And he
look
changed the oil.
I look like that one that come out from under that porch. Don't fall and hurt yourself. I am not a smart man. Alright. Anyway, I think the best way we can go about this is get a funnel, fill up that gallon jug at one time, and do it in there. That'll be less traumatic, and I won't have to hold a freaking 5-gallon bucket of oil above my head. So let's do that. Alright, you gotta hold it.
Oh no. Is it in? Okay.
Let's pull the stick. Dead nuts on. I couldn't got no better than that if I tried. Look at that. You see that? Did you see that, America?
Yeah. We just had to spill a bit to get there.
That's right. Alright, Ted. Cranked up. Probably got a lot of air in it. Not from anywhere we touch. Still coming out of the usual suspects though. Feels like it's skipping. I mean, it still could be air. They got the wiring harnesses upside down, but they're still plugged in the right direction, so you got to plug it in opposite to make it. Yeah. For a little bit and quickly I'll take the oil in it. Well, while we let Ted run, Make sure all the air is out of it. Well, let it run, shut it off, let the oil drain back, check it, make sure it's full. We'll tell you the story of why Ted is not Tedding. Well, JC got give a car and he decided he was going to drive it. Well, we did a little bit here, a little bit there to it. Got it running better. Thought for sure the motor's going to be the hard part. You know, it needs lifters. It has a lifter cladder to it. But he's pulling the heel, and it just wasn't pulling the heel. So we'll insert the clip of me going and getting him and Ted, and then what happened to Ted. Almost through. And that's why we're here. And we narrowed it down to a bad IDM, and it also had a split high pressure oil line. So we just got through putting the high pressure oil lines on there. Done put a used IDM on it, we found, and it runs on all 8s because it had what people say is a rare, but apparently not in our case, is a bank issue. It would only fire the driver's side bank, not the passenger side bank. Dead. Nothing. On the wires, everything. Looked at the pulled the injector harness out, looked at those. Nothing. Everything ohmed out right, and it's getting signal. It wasn't getting signal to it, but it could get it if it wanted to. So, bad IDM. Put the IDM on there, oil line split, because they were hard as a brick bat. We just got those changed, and went ahead and changed the oil, and it seems to be running pretty decent. But we got to get all the air out of the oil system because it was probably sucking some air with them cracked up lines and low oil and bad oil, and we had to just put whatever oil we could find to get it back to the house when it started leaking and dumping the oil. But we'll probably take it down the road here in just a few minutes as soon as we get the oil and all out of it, or out from under it, and make sure we're full of oil, and then we'll see how it runs after that.
Always dispose of your oil correctly.
Kind of hold that bucket. Not like that.
Well, I gotta go take a shower now because I've stepped in.
Well, I mean,
Ted
either you can take your
Theodos.
shoes off and we can just degrease you and blow it off with the. You need to do that regardless.
Well, yeah, I gotta do that before I can go inside and share. Lord.
We'll get the water hose out.
It's time to take a test drive. We're gonna take it down the road now.
much oil we leave when we take off. Hard to tell if that was us or already there, but if I have to believe, it's probably gonna be us. A little bit of oil back there. It was running perfect until it stalled out.
I was about to say, I didn't even want to say anything, man. Not this again.
Yup. This again.
Now we're in the middle of the road.
Yep, because some though is freaking side by side.
There's always got to be a problem somewhere.
Yep. Oh, but it's not empty.
Call your dad.
Well, just try it. Oh, no, nothing's on fire.
We were trying to make a fun video of fixing this thing, and this is how things go 99% of the time. We are officially in tow.
I hate this truck.
Alright, we got the Ford towing us. Tell folks what happened.
Ted's a ghost. He's possessed by the devil. I don't know. I've never had a truck he had a pull start.
I guess we're just going to have to start parking on downhill.
It cranked up every other time. I bet when you get to your house, it cranks right up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. Weird, man.
Make any sense. Alright. Second day. Had a little bit of a ordeal last part of Ted Russell. Got the fuel lines changed, or the oil pressure lines changed, I should say. Got the oil changed. Sat here and let it run. Took it down the road. Cut off. Had to stop for some people. Sitting in the middle of the road side by sides. Again, comment if you don't like this side by sides. You're just riding around on the road like they're cars. But went dead. Wouldn't crank. Called somebody. They come and towed us. Pulled it 10 foot. Popped the clutch. Cranked right up. Got it back over here. Let it run a little bit. Shut it off. Crank right back up. Shut it off. Crank right back up. I don't know if it had air in the oil system. Comment down below if you've ever had that happen. I used to work on a pretty good bit of 7.3s, even though it doesn't look like it because this is the year that there's no help from a scanner. So I've never had one that you could drive more than about 5 miles and it, it still have air in it. So we're going to see how it does. We're going to crank it up, see how it runs. and go from there. And we might put a pin in this episode. This might be we finally got Ted to where it doesn't puke oil and it runs halfway decent. So keys, Maestro.
That may be.
Ah, they're in it. Holy crud. Oh, they are. All right. Let's see how it does. Well, just for poots and giggles, we'll let the warning light go off. Same thing. Let's try it again. No low pressure, no low oil pressure on the gauge. Again. So I don't know, people. This one might be you got to see it, us fix it and it tear up again, because I'm at a loss. I don't know. This might be the end of an episode where nothing gets fixed. And scene. We got a crank sensor. Never seen a crank sensor go bad without the tack working, but we can't get it to crank sitting, but you can pull it 10 foot and hit the clutch and runs like a top. So we gave it a goog, and they say it's rare, but it does happen that the tack will work and the cam sensor could be bad. And JC's got a very extreme close-up on me, I think. So we're going to change this real quick and see if it crank up. If not, then I have to tow a forklift behind us to tow us and get it to crank up every time we shut it off. So we'll get back to you. Lay on a nice piece of ground. 10mm wrench or either a short wheelbase to get in there, because it's hitting. Thank you. Ow. Here's the old crank sensor. Doesn't really look too old.
Not bad.
No, but maybe it's not a Fomoco. Maybe that's the reason. Let's compare it. Looks eerily similar.
Almost the exact same, if you will.
Yep, except for this doesn't have the part number.
It's a different part number.
Yeah, and it's just a black sensor. So hold that, I don't want it to fly around your yard. We'll get this snapped in there. See what it does. We're gonna see if this new crank sensor does anything. This is installed. Just gotta plug it back up. And I heard an audible click. It's plugged up. Alright, so live action. Leave your guesses in the comment if it'll crank or not. Ah, it's in gear. JC, did you put this thing in gear again? If you guessed no, you were right. Negative. I didn't do nothing. Well, the crank's position sensor did nothing, so we took the oil pressure sensor unit out, and it's not as high as I've seen it before, so we're going to fill it full of oil, the high pressure reservoir full of oil, and put it in there and see if we can crank it. And if it cranks up and runs, then either, I think it's just an IPR valve that sticks open and lets the high pressure oil drain down. If not, we'll just have to, golly, check different things until we figure out which one it is. But we're going to try this, and if it cranks and runs, we'll let it sit there and run, and have to figure out why it's draining down. So we got to figure out why our high pressure oil reservoir is draining. So that's the issue. Either it still had air in it and all the oil drained down. I don't know. Bad check ball, bad O-ring, bad IPR valve. Who knows? But we're gonna let it sit here and run, but it does run. So on the next episode, hopefully we'll figure out what's wrong with it, why it's draining back.